My name is Sept23 Salah, as you can see. This is just a Kiwi team presentation which we did during our own internship. And sorry, yeah, this is the Kiwi team presentation that we did during our own internship. Those are the two names are the ones for my other colleagues. So as you can see, it's only for Kiwi. But from this, the SM, the DA, BA can also pick their own way of collating their results. So first, it's always important to list the details of the tools that you use when presenting your final results. So during the final, this one, I will show you how to collect sprint by sprint and them. But because it's a team, it's always good to list the tools that you use during your uh, internship. So from this one now, these ones are for the keyways. So the Azure DevOps Miro, uh, I think it's for everybody, but Visual Studio might be for only for the keyway and so on and so forth. For the SM, they will have to introduce their own into this list and take out some things. Why is also different for DA and BE. So it's always good to list the tools that you used. I will point the attention of keyway to the second to the last, the screen presso. It's always good. It's an app which you download it to your system. You can use it to record your testing work, maybe manual testing. If it fails or whatever happened, you'll be able to send this video to your developer without wasting time. Makes it more clearer. So you can take note of that. So from here, I will proceed to what are the roles that I performed, or as a keyway, as a team, what are the roles that we performed? So it's also good to list the roles that you performed during your internship. So it will give instead whoever is going through it to really see what you'll be doing throughout the internship. So for these roles too, it's different for SM. It will be also different for B I mean, DA and SM. So as you can see now for the keyways, we have what we call test strategy, test plan that we have to develop. And then we are responsible for testing the PBS. But for BA, they are responsible for creating the PBS. All these things we have to change along the line. So it's always good to put the list of the roles you perform. On individual cases now, these are the things I did during my own internship. So in a tabular form, you can see for sprint by sprint. By seeing this one strategy, or any other person will be able to see clearly that, okay, these are the things that you did. And then if you want to look further, you can put more details ahead as I did in this one. So in the sprint one, you can see that I dealt with three PBIs. I tested three: the login, the list of applicants, details of registered applicants. And along the line, we keep on raising bugs. So I raised three bugs because each of these things, I discover error, which resulted into raising of bugs. And this, as you can see in the first one, login problem resolved. So the bug is that, I mean, I saw login problem, but when it was resolved, I changed it to login problem resolved. If you go downward, in sprint two, I tested two PBIs, and among the two, I also raised bugs. Also, it goes on to sprint three, where I raised, two PBIs too. And in sprint four, we started our automation. So the PBIs were not much that time. But as you can see, when I said I did three, my other three colleagues are also doing theirs. So I will show you later. So it's like we have in sprint one, maybe in altogether we did like 10 PBIs. And then same goes to sprint two, maybe we did like 6 or 7, and also up to the final sprint. So as if you list it in tabular form like this, it makes what you did clearer and everybody can see it. And yeah, so if I go further to details of this PBS, as you can see here now, I didn't show the login because at the beginning, all of us we started working on login. So I left down with one of my colleagues to present. So the second one is print one, which is list of applicants. That is what you see here, list of applicants and the bug that I raised on it. So how did I tested it? How did I test it during that time? That's what you see in the other PBNL 7 verify applicants list displayed. So while presenting in the final demo, we try to put all the PBS that we raise, the box, I mean the PBS and the box we raised alongside, and also how did we test them? So these are the things you can see on this page. And I also presented another one, also from that same sprint, which is the distance of registered applicants and the PBI I raised on it, which is the one below it. How did I carry out the test? That's what you see on the 938 PBA. So it's always good to have though this one is not so clear, but permit me for that. So it's always good to have the list of what you did sprint by sprint. Now I go to sprint 2. So I worked on subjects, raised a bug on it, and this when I was verifying it, testing it, this is the one you see on 1481. So this was for the manual testing. So I continued in sprint 2 also. I did another one. So it's always good to list them so that it will be very clear to the G when it's going through it. Don't say that they are too much because when we ask you to present these things, he wants you to give all the details. So he knows what he's looking for, and I'm sure he will go through all of them and give you feedback because he's very good at that. He'll give you all the details, everything. So it's always good to be honest, put everything that you did, because with that you'll be able to get good feedback. If you are making mistake, then when you get the feedback, you will know where to make corrections. This one is for sprint 3, and also this one for sprint 3. In order not to take our time, I go to sprint 4, where I also work on message to tutor. So sometimes some PBI will pass without any bugs needed to be raised. So like this one, I think this one just passed without any problem. So without bug is good. But at this internship level, it's always good to have opportunity to raise bugs because with that we'll be able to learn further. But when you get to advanced, raising bugs is becoming annoying because you want to finish your project on time. So, but at this moment, even the developer may decide to deliberately put bugs so that we can learn from it. Now, if I continue to sprint 4 still, we have this one with a bug raised, and then it was resolved later. Now in automation, when we started automation, we installed our Visual Studios, and these are the steps we followed. I believe the QAs must have done the same. So as I've shown here, it will be different for SM, DA, and BA, but we pick what I'm trying to say, that whatever you have done, try to list them on your slides so that it will be very clear by sprint method. So for my automations, I just put example of what I did during that time. As you can see from the feature file, go to the hooks file, and then the page objects, step definition. So all these ones you can just, as you can see, they are like, here we have two pictures which I put here so that we can see all the details in the step definition and also for the page objects. So, and I'm sure Mr. Deji will go through everything. Now going through to the next colleague. So that's for my own. So I told you that we are 3 during that time. My colleagues also presented his own like this. So if you are 5, it doesn't matter. Just make sure that you arrange everything individually, and then it will be very clear for the person who wants to examine them. So these are the PBIs that my colleagues work on, and he also went ahead to show the PBI tested and the box erased. in the first sprint, and going further to sprint 2, and then you went further to sprint 3, so that I don't take your time too much. He also showed every detail what he did in sprint 3 and also in sprint 4, and he proceeded to his automation. These are the the pictures from the automation files, which cover the feature file, the page objects, the hooks, and then the step definitions. So as you can see, these are for the second person without taking our time. So now the third person, he also shows his own in tabular form.
Yeah, we can skip those ones now. So I think they get the message now. So yeah. So it's going to follow the same trend.
I would like to show them. Yeah. Okay, yes, they said, so I'm trying to rush down. So he also did this one for his own, but at a point, this colleague actually recorded a video of his automation. So this is what I would like you to see. So he used that screen presso to record it while the thing was, while the Visual Studio was working. So with this one, that you'll be able to see that, okay, your codes are working, or if there is any error, the thing will be displayed. But if it's working properly, as you can see, this one is working, and yeah. So these are the ways. If you need that screen presso, I think it's good if you install it. You can use it to show when the action is going on and put it in your slide or send it to your what do you call it, to your developer. So I think the next one will also be the same. So I'll just go through, jump them, and that will be all. Thank you. So if you need any help, you can reach out to me in how to collate those things. I'll be available to help you. Thank you very much. And thanks for giving me the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
as usual.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. I think that is what I'm looking for, right? But the only thing I want to say is you won't, I'm talking about these guys now. You won't have the same amount of time. So I would say within 2 minutes, right? You just talk about the specific. Yeah. So your tasks, yeah, that you did, was your role, your responsibilities, and then you go about, yeah, what you've been able to achieve, what you've done per sprint, each of the sprint. Whether you're a BA, what are the stories that you've written, the process map. I want you to be specific, yeah, process map. Whether you've also written wireframe, what are these wireframe, what are the stories. The same thing with the Scrum Master. I know yours will be a bit challenging anyway, but I want you to itemize what you've done each of the sprint. The DAs, I want you, yeah, to also itemize what you've done. Yeah. One thing I love images. I love pictures, right? I want you to put a lot of pictures, even if you don't have time to cover it, just scroll through the pictures. Like the Scrum Masters, yeah, put pictures of your board, pictures of your wiki, pictures of your even Teams wiki, Azure wiki, everything that you've done anyway. So this time to kind of bring them together, let you shine. Do you get it now? It's very important. So all right, thank you so much, Amy, for that. So you can stop sharing it. It's really I really appreciate it. And yes,
thank you.
Yeah, so it's really good. I saw you actually doing this during the advanced program, and I really loved how you were able to recount it. Then I asked to kind of do what you've done during the internship, which I think was really good. Thank you so much for even taking time to come. Okay, quickly in the next 7 minutes, if anyone has got any questions, I'm going to address them quickly so that we can start at 9:30. So Tammy, please.
Hi, good evening, Deji. So just a quick one to clarify. This would be at the end of the next sprint, and you mentioned it's 2 minutes per person. So just to clarify, if, for example, there are 5 SM, so that's 10 minutes for that role. And if there are 10 DAs, that's 20 minutes for that role. Yeah?
That's right. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other question? Kemi, please.
Just on a similar point, when we collate it, is it sort of all ADMs collate one pack and then each person speaks as they scroll through, or one person?
Okay. No, it's going to be one slide for everybody, not ADM. So it's going to be So you're going to have one slide. So let's say Super Alpha will present one slide. So, but you might have, yeah, Kemi has got 5 pages to slide through, right? So that will be your own. You put your name in there for those 5 pages. So, but you have only 2 minutes allocated to you. Then let's say Temi also have got 2 minutes. She might have 20 slides within that particular presentation, right? Within the deck, she might have 20 slides, but she also got 20 minutes, which means that maybe she will use 1 minute to talk about some slide. The next 1 minute, she just go through, okay, this artifact, next, without having to say anything. Do you get it now? Even I would advise that you use 1 minute for talking, then the 1 minute just to go through the artifacts, because I really want to see those artifacts. I really want to see everything that you presented. It might be 100 pages, but yeah, even if it's 100 pages, you can skip through them within 1 minute. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah.
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Okay, any other question? Okay, all right. If